Alright guys, I'm Rich. You guys know me as Carbon Rich MK6 on the Golf MK6 forum. And today we're going to be doing a seafoam intake clean out. So this is going to be good. I'm going to try to make it as easy to follow as I can so that way you guys can do this at home. So anyway, here it goes. Alright, so what we're going to need is an inflation needle. You're going to need some fuel injection hose. Make sure it's the 1/4 inch diameter. You get there? 1/4 inch diameter. It was like $5, whatever. You're going to need a ratchet with a Torx 30 fitting. Some sort of a cup or anything that you can hold the seafoam in, and the actual seafoam itself. And make sure you get the right one. It's the seafoam motor treatment. Alright, so the first thing that you got to do is you got to come down here just below the intake and take off this sensor right here. And what this sensor is the air intake sensor. That's all it is, the temperature sensor. So we're going to take that out right now. And just make sure, remember these parts are plastic, so don't apply too much torque and make sure you're going in the right direction. This module should just come straight out. And make sure you're careful with the sensor, because it is pretty sensitive. Alright, so there's the sensor there. Actually, you can see a little buildup on the sensor already, so this should be pretty good. And make sure you keep the screws. Put it somewhere where you're not going to lose it. So now what we got is we got a hole that goes directly into the intake manifold. And the suction from the intake manifold is what we're going to use in order to get the seafoam actually into the intake. Alright, now we got to make the rig. Okay, so using those parts that we talked about earlier, you just take your fuel intake hose or injection hose and take the inflation needle and just put it in the edge there. And this is why it's important to get the right size so that it makes a decent seal. And then we're just going to get the seafoam ready. And just pour it in the cap. Make sure the cap is clean too. This is going to be going into the motor. Remember, this stuff is highly flammable. And it smells like straight alcohol. Alright guys, so I just got done doing the whole seafoam thing, and it turns out that my cameraman didn't actually get any footage of it, so I'm kind of doing a recap right now for you guys. After you get the intake sensor, the temperature sensor out, you can see the hole right there. What you do is you take your other end of your hose there, and see if I can get in there for you, and you just slide it into that hole there, and it actually fits really tight in there if you got the right size hose. And then what you're going to do, let me get the cup here, you're going to fill the cup here with the seafoam. I don't recommend sitting on top of your engine, but I only have 2 hands. And then while the engine is running, and make sure you don't start your engine until after you get this hose installed, or it's going to run like shit and it's going to try to stall out on you. So put the hose in there, then turn on your engine, and then you're going to stick the needle into the seafoam and let your engine suck it into the intake manifold. Do about 2 capfuls of the seafoam, and then you're going to turn your engine off and let it sit for about 5 minutes. Alright, so the car has been sitting for about 5 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. And make sure before you start the car again that you reinstall the temperature sensor there. And there's a good chance that you're going to throw a code, which is normal. What some people have done is just disconnected the battery for like 10 minutes and just let the car sit and reconnect the battery, and then most of the time that'll clear your code. If not, then you just have to take it to your local shop or your dealer or whatever and just get them to clear the code. But anyway, let's fire it up and see what happens. Apparently there was a lot of buildup. So I only have 17,000 miles on the car, and even after that, it's obvious that there's some buildup. Give it a little bit of gas. Take it around the neighborhood or whatever and get on it a little bit to clear all the rest of that buildup.
Oh my God.
Most of the time it's going to take a couple of drives in order to get all the smoke to clear, but it works. That's about it. Thanks.